Hey, what's up guys? It is I, Mark Yoon, and today I'm bringing another hopefully exciting video. So what I got for you today is actually some really spicy news coming out of the world of PlayStation. And if you're a fan of Xbox and Game Pass, then I suggest you stay tuned. So what I got going on today is an article from Bloomberg that actually talks about how Sony is, which they denied in the past because they said it's unmonetizable, is going to actually make their own version of Game Pass, and this is going to be done in a number of ways. This is going to be merging, I believe, PlayStation Plus with PlayStation Now and phasing out the PlayStation Now name, as well as offering some new subscription-style services, something akin to what Game Pass is offering. So we're going to read the article right away, and then I'm going to get into my thoughts afterwards. So this article is by Bloomberg, and we're going to read it together. It is by Jason Schreier, and it says, PlayStation plans new service to take on Xbox Game Pass. Subscription offering would blend PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus, codenamed Spartacus, launched target for next spring. Sony Group Core's PlayStation division is planning a new subscription service to compete with rival Microsoft Core's popular Xbox Game Pass. According to the people familiar with Sony's plans and documents reviewed by Bloomberg, the service, codenamed Spartacus, will allow PlayStation owners to pay a monthly fee for access to a catalog of modern and classic games, said the people, who asked not to be identified because they weren't authorized to speak to the press about the plans. The offering would likely be available on the smash hit PlayStation 4, which has sold more than 116 million units, and its elusive successor, the PlayStation 5, which launched more than a year ago but is still difficult to find due to supply chain issues. When it launches, expected in the spring, the service will merge Sony's two existing subscription plans, PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now. Currently, PlayStation Plus is required for most online multiplayer games and offers free monthly titles, while PlayStation Now allows users to stream or download older games. Documents reviewed by Bloomberg suggest that Sony plans to retain the PlayStation Plus branding, but phase out PlayStation Now. The article goes on to say the details on Spartacus may not be finalized, but documentation reviewed by Bloomberg outlines a service with three tiers. The first would include existing PlayStation Plus benefits. The second would offer a large catalog of PlayStation 4 and eventually PlayStation 5 games. The third tier would add extended demos, game streaming, and a library of classic PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and even PSP titles. A representative from PlayStation didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. Although the PlayStation has outsold Xbox in recent years, Sony has lagged behind Microsoft on the subscription front. With this new structure, Sony will look to compete with an Xbox feature that has been popular and lucrative. Microsoft's Game Pass, which has been dubbed the Netflix of video games, has more than 18 million subscribers. It allows users to pay $10 to $15 a month for an unlimited access of several hundred games. Xbox has built in its overall strategy around the service in recent years, putting all of its internal published games on Game Pass, and as soon as they're released. Xbox has also made big acquisitions such as Bethesda Softworks last year for $7.5 billion, with the global bolstering the Game Pass library. Sony is also putting resources into expanding its efforts in cloud gaming. The people familiar with this plan said Microsoft's xCloud game streaming service became widely available earlier this year. So as we can see, this is actually kind of fascinating, because I remember Sony coming out and saying earlier that they had no plans on trying to recreate Microsoft's Game Pass because they were focusing more on their subscription service PlayStation Now, and they felt like it wasn't profitable. This also comes at an interesting time where PlayStation 5s are no longer being sold as a loss as of recently. That means that every PlayStation 5 that is sold from now on is actually just straight profit for the company, because manufacturing costs have been completely completed since its launch over a year ago, meaning that they're probably going to try to focus on putting more PlayStation 5s out the door as soon as the supply chain issues dwindle down. But I'm kind of excited about this. Again, it is another subscription service, and for somebody like me, it may be a little unwarranted, just because, in my opinion, I do subscribe to Xbox Game Pass. I have the Xbox Series S, but I also have the PlayStation 5, but I also have the PlayStation 4, 3, 2, and 1. So is this going to be good for people like me who are avid collectors of all the generations? I'm still going to go with yes, because while I don't agree that digital is the future, I do think it's going to be sharing this part and parcel, and as physical sales do take a lower shelf space in the coming years, I do think that it's still going to be a market value, because there's always going to be people who want physical copies of things, whether or not we have companies that actually produce them for the manufacturers or companies or not. So with that being said, I think that I would really want to take advantage of this, because we know that Blu-ray drives and DVD drives and HD DVD drives tend to go away, and as it's harder and harder as the years go on and on to try and find those old parts or those old consoles, I would think it would be nice just to play them digitally on a service like this, so that I can maybe give my PlayStation 2 a, kind of a chill out moment, since it's been out for 20 years. And I don't want it to break and have to find another one, because every time my PlayStation breaks and I try to repair it or find another one, it gets exceedingly harder every single time, just because of the age of the console and the availability of those older parts. While competing with Microsoft, I thought was going to be their combination of PlayStation Now with PlayStation Plus. I think PlayStation Plus, which I'm not subscribed to PlayStation Now. I am subscribed to PlayStation Plus, and PlayStation is my main hub of gaming. But I do have the Xbox, and I do have Xbox Game Pass, and I believe it is really good value and bang for your buck. And the reason I bought the Series S in the first place is because of Game Pass, and the fact that I'm going to be able to play Halo Infinite day one for free without having to pay the extra $70. Same goes for Horizon 5 and Gears and any other exclusive that Microsoft has in the coming years. I tend to not spend too much time with other games outside of Microsoft first-party studios, because usually I already have them on PlayStation 4 or 5. But this is super exciting to me, and hopefully if the price is around similar to what Microsoft's is, which if they're looking to directly compete with it, I don't see why it wouldn't be that way. This is something I'm going to keep my eye on, something that does interest me greatly. But now it's time for me to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section down below or on my Discord what you thought about this Bloomberg article. What is your take, whether it be hot or not, and put it in the comment section down below so that we can start a discussion based on this. Do you think this is good? Do you think this is bad? Are you interested? Are you not interested? Let me know everything down below. And with that being said, we're going to bring this video to a close, and as I always say, I love it. Thank you.
And thank you.